Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Barbarian Invasion. And I had to think about that because it's the first session that I have recorded of this game. It's been a stream-only series, but I thought, you know what, I've come home from work today, and rather than play some more Pathfinder Kingmaker, having streamed it yesterday, I quite fancied playing some of this. Got a little bit of time before football, about another 2.5 hours yet, so I've got plenty of time to sit down, enjoy a session, and upload it at my leisure for you guys. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Just had a nice cup of tea, so I'm raring to go. Session, probably about 35 to 40 minutes, we'll see what happens. But yes, what is the goal for this campaign? I thought I'd lay that out to start with, because we did have a plan to go to Rome and finish the campaign by capturing Rome, but that was when the Western Romans were at their, I say peak, but when they were our main threat. They've literally whittled away into near nothingness. And the significance of capturing Rome, I mean, historically is probably still as significant as it always has been, but like realistically now, I mean, is it that much? I mean, they're not exactly eradicated, but you know, they're a little bit diminished, aren't they? Let's be honest. We need to capture 2 more settlements for victory conditions. We've got Londinium, we've got Abericum, we've got Avaricum for now, because it could be under threat from the Vandals, but we'll see what happens with that. So upon capturing, hopefully, Campus Chatty with our General Vicus Dunvallo of Cornwall, sorry. That'll be one, and then the second one could well be this one, Vicus Alemanni, which the Franks look like they're going to take, and we're planning on swooping in there to take it off them once they've done the legwork and removed this large stack of peasants. Yeah, that'll be 14, and that'll be campaign victory. We'll probably get a little video clip and all that jazz, and that'll be it. So I think we will end the campaign there, without our plan to go to Rome, simply because this was only ever intended to be a short campaign, just so that I could say that I had achieved some kind of a victory, because I'd never beaten this campaign when I had the game way back in 2007 or 8 whenever it came out. So it's just to tick it off the list, and I've obviously played the remastered version of the full game, so I don't want to labour on this point. And I also want to start Crusader Kings 2 Game of Thrones mod whilst the TV series is on, because I want to kind of play the same time period, start to develop my kind of knowledge of that kind of time period of the world. So I thought it'd be quite cool. So I want to finish this within the next week or two. So yeah, so we're not going to rush. We'll you know, if we end up getting in a mire and losing settlements, whatever else, then we'll have to live with it. But we are going to aim to basically capture the lands from the Franks, maybe beat them down a little bit more until they're at a point where we can say that we've bested them to the point where they're never going to beat us back, kind of thing, and then we'll be happy with that. So, without further ado, with that out of the way, let us end the turn, because I've done all the housekeeping and we're making a nice little profit. One interesting fact which I thought I'd share with you before we end the turn: merchants that I hardly ever use. We got one as a result of capturing a land that obviously had a merchant assigned to it, so we took control of the merchant. That's how it works. And look at him. He is an 8 finance merchant, but he is generating on his own 1,208 denarii, which is more generated coin than some of our settlements. How do we see turn income? Where's the turn income? Yeah, Vicus Franki, 743 denarii per turn. Okay. More than our poorest settlement, but still it's more than a settlement on his own, almost as much as Campus Risi. So that's quite an achievement, just from one man. And we've got another one who's about to head down to trade wine, of course, because what the hell not? Anyway, let's go. Okay, I'd rather the Vandals attack that, because if we lost that, it's not so bad, but it's our most heavily defended settlement, so it's the one that we're most likely to be able to actually repel them with, because they've got a lot of horses, which are not as good in a siege.
We're besieged!
Besieged twice in the same turn. That's new. Or is it new? It's probably happened to us before at some point. I'm certain. Okay. Neither of those kind of developments faze me. Because, you know, we should be fine. One of them we're going to sally forth, the other one we're just going to wait it out. We'll probably achieve victory condition by the time the Vandals have finished trying to siege out that settlement. Right, okay, we've got a bit of a problem in our hands now that we have to deal with. So again, all this kind of building work, put to the back burner for now. We'll focus, because it's a shorter session of course, on the matters at hand, which is the settlement being besieged, times 2, and of course we now have a plague in Santa Breva, which the gods obviously are the gods. If Segafax could hear me now. Oh, that should have been us probably. Yeah, Sega, what was I saying? Yeah, God has obviously seen fit to teach us a lesson here. As our noble ruler hotfoots it to Campus Frisia to convert that place to Christianity. Because it's currently not. Right, so yes, let's have a check on the situation. So this is made up of quite a lot of horses. There are some spearmen, there are some step swords. We've got a fair... have we got a fair amount of infantry? Maybe not. This could be touch and go, but they're distracted. They're in Burdigala. We can afford to lose that and not lose victory condition. In the meantime, we're just kind of recruiting infantry here. We were hoping to get it to kind of get them shipped down, but it was never going to happen, was it? But we're going to keep pumping out infantry just in case we need to recapture it at some point. Plague there, we'll leave that be. And right, we now turn our attentions to these lands where we were supposed to be and are going to continue doing recruiting units here too. So horses there, I believe we were recruiting spears here, like that, and we were recruiting here something along the lines of British legionaries. Excelente. They have managed to capture Vicus Alamani, which they've left quite a lot of levy spearmen in here, so this should be doable in terms of starving out, maybe taking at some point. In the meantime, we have a problem in the form of a full stack army made up of predominantly levy spearmen, so we're not overly concerned. But did we have chance to replenish our numbers? Yes, we did. Therefore, we're going to sally forth. And this could well be the highlight of the session already. I feel like I should put this off a little bit to build the suspense, because it's quite a critical battle. If we were to cock this up, it leaves the Franks pretty much free to recapture what they've lost, in addition to taking extra stuff. So this is actually quite a pivotal battle. We sweep them aside, they're done. This is their most largest force. So that goes down. The gateway to their lands is pretty much open to us. So quite a crucial battle, which is something I have said more than once during this campaign, which, although it might appear that the campaign has been relatively straightforward, has it? I don't know, you let me know. Does the campaign feel like it's been relatively straightforward? I don't think so. I think there's been a lot of twists and turns to this. Bankruptcy, near bankruptcy at the start, bankruptcy again just in the last session. We've had attacks from hordes. We have never mastered further south of Burdigala. This is probably the third or fourth battle that if we'd have lost it, we'd have been in serious trouble. So I feel like it's actually been a really enjoyable campaign. And it's mainly because we've been turtling, I think is the phrase, not steamrolling, which we could have done if we wanted to, and role-playing as our Christian leader hell-bent on conversion rather than expansion. And it's allowed the enemy AI to build their forces a little bit. So it's been quite fun, quite cool. But now is the time to end it, to put them to the sword. I've seen enough of these Frankish dogs. But anyway, we'll get to that in a second. This army, slightly more made up of perhaps more useful troops. Maybe not. 13,000. Okay, that's fine. Right, so the next decision is what to do here. This has got some decent swords here, ban here. 7 turns to starve it out. But we should do it because we want to kind of draw the Franks into action. So if we attack this, their troops up here might come up, which wouldn't be a good thing, but at least it gets them away from here, gives Vindo a chance to take these guys down and these guys down on his own. These guys can probably hold their own in an open field battle. They may not win, but they can hold their own, I'm sure. But we need to get a move on. I'm sure that this place is going to be fine with one set of peasants. No, it's not going to be fine at all with one set of peasants. Do we wish to wait one more turn? Maybe do that. Orange face, come hither. And then what we'll do is when the peasants are recruited, we'll send him down all on his lonesome. Alternatively, we could just recruit a couple of mercenaries to fill the gap if we really wanted to, which we might do actually. Might as well. We've got the coin for it, and as many men as possible in this fight could well be useful. So that's cool. Right, good stuff. So that's that situation sorted. So we're attacking campers, chatty. We'll see what happens with this army here. We don't have enough funds to bribe it. We were hoping to get over 20,000 in our coffers this turn, but we were kiboshed by the besieging. But yes, without further ado, it is time for us to bring the fight. Now they may have reinforcements here, which they will have to bring onto the field of battle in a piecemeal manner, because I don't think you can have more than 2 full stack armies on the field at any one time. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, we need to sally forth and teach these dogs a lesson.
Prepare for battle.
Oh, apparently this is 50-50. Really? Do you reckon so? This is Vindo Speech Giver, my friend. I think you underestimate his capabilities. The reinforcements don't come into the fight, so it's a straight fight. Army versus army. Let's do it. Oh boy. Got a lot of spear levy. They should break really quickly, right? We just need to get that hammer anvil working as quickly as possible.
Units, await my orders.
The rain is not a problem, I don't think. The main issue is going to be getting our men out onto the field of battle. So what I'm going to do is, in previous renditions of Total War style, I'm going to actually get my men into formation, off camera, and cut to when the action is about to start. So, see you in a second. Okay, so while my men are getting into position, the enemy are getting into position also in a kind of a haphazard manner, which is completely half against the walls and half not against the walls. We're getting ourselves out against the flanks here, which is as far as we can go because that's the edge of the map. And as you'll notice, they are rather foolishly opening themselves to tower fire, which is completely fine with me. So, whilst they are opening themselves to... Look at that! They're absolutely allowing themselves to be shot to death. I mean, I know they're barbarian ingrates, but I didn't expect them to be completely brainless. Anyway, don't run. There's no rush. To quote a famous advert, There's no rush.
Move! Unit! Double time!
There's no rush. Levy Spearman. Oh, they're trying. Are they? Oh, they've got hunters. Oh, for God's sake! Right, maybe we should start to be a bit more rushy. Should we rush now? I can just snipe this paladin heavy guard. Right, let's get our infantry now running, please. Kind of want them to turn a little bit. Okay, folks, we are going general sniping as well. Oh no, we can't go general sniping, unfortunately. We've got a spear unit there. Yeah, we got them now. Envelop. Envelop. Oh, I forgot completely there's an enemy and a second enemy general here. I completely forgot. Okay, we should have him. Okay, we might lose more than the 100 men that I was hoping not to lose.
General is running away. This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond belief. Great gods be praised. The enemy general is killed. Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts.
Right, go quickly, men. I want this mopped up. My Grail Knights doing a good job. Go, 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 go! Continue! Go, go, go!
The enemy's hearts are full of fear and now they flee!
You dogs! Levy Spearman coming this way. General! It's time to get your hands dirty. Come on, Vindo! This is one to add to your speech compendium. Right, let's go. Let's mop this up.
Ready!
Rome demands victory from her generals, and this day is clear.
320! They put up a fight. I mean, we've killed 3,000 though. Well, we didn't personally kill 3,000. Our towers killed about 1,500 of them. But nonetheless, that's a categoric victory. Categorically crushed them like bugs. Because they're thick as the proverbial pig poo. Thick as pig poo. They fall. And we're like, happy days. Oh, let us just replenish the numbers if you don't mind. So we might as well replenish the numbers. Let's get ourselves sorted for a second. Let's do a bit of mergy. Mergy there. Bit of mergy there. Any more mergy? Any more mergy? Yeah, a bit of mergy. No, it's not mergy. It's mergy. Fine. Grandma's fine. You're fine. A bit of mergy there. And that's... oh. Mind you, we're probably retraining here, not for numbers, but actually retraining for equipment as well. So let's retrain the numbers first. Up, and then we'll train for equipment second. Because yeah, look at that, we're basically upgrading their equipment. So Vindo's army gets an upgrade as a treat for the epic defense and offense that he has presented to the Frank. I mean, single-handedly. Well, kind of. There's a bit of a little tiny helping hand here, but you know, he's been in the heart of the Frankish fight. There's old Vindo Speech Giver here. I'm kind of sad that he's 65. I'm probably going to pop his clog shortly because he has been quite the memorable general in this campaign. It's a short campaign, of course, but you know, Sagavax I will certainly remember as the great converter, and I'll remember Vindo Speech Giver because he's been, you know, as well as kicking people up the togas, he's actually quite. He's managed to orchestrate quite the demolition of the Franks. Must be said. Right, okay, so we've got that situation resolved in essence, because there's still a few stray dregs that could potentially just kind of get together to cause a little bit of concern if they wanted to. It's not a major issue. So the next port of call for Vindo is going to be Vickers Alemanni, or it could well be Captain Horser. Depends where they go, depends where these guys go, depends what happens here. So we'll play it by ear. Riddle me re, confident commander. I mean, what just happened? Yeah, seeing what just transpired there would give any commander some confidence, I would quite assure you. Yeah. Any building work this turn? Nah, I'll do my buildings off camera after we've finished a couple more turns. This is concerning. We could have a serious defence on our hands here. A serious defence on our hands. But I'm still kind of thinking to myself, we can do this. I still believe that we have got the means to do this, to last out here, should we need to. I could be wrong, but we'll soon find out as we continue on to the next turn to see what lies in store for us next. Franks, what have you got in store for us? Bring it on, I say. Oh yeah, we were off to Rome with the scouting ship. What are you doing there? Get yourself bloody moving, will you? You're off to Rome. We're off sightseeing. Let's end the turn again. Properly this time. Our Romano-British recently acquired merchant is off to the land of the fruit. Oh my god, the land of wine.
At once.
Get yourself to the wine, Sonny Jim. Oh, blocked at every turn. I just want wine. Just give me wine, will you? Stop getting in my way. Damn obstacle course, like the Krypton factor. Okay, so there was another family member that was present in Ibericum, so we've moved him now to Dalraida, which means that every settlement in the British Isles has a governor. Which is important, because they're homelands. Oh, look at that! Who's he ambling down the road? If you want to help out, you could attack some Franks. I know you're at war with them. If you fancy doing that, we'll be grateful. If you don't, it's fine. And clearly they don't. So, Dalraida and all the prerequisites. He's coming up here to Campus Risi. Still, we'll have to get rid of this admiral here who's decided they want to blockade our port here. So some of the Rebriever are suffering a plague and a blockaded port. I mean, that is rather unfortunate for them. Bertigala is still besieged. Death still walks the land. The Eastern Roman rebels have risen, and a couple of path blocked situations. The Franks have broken their alliance with the Roman Western Empire, and their Western Roman rebels are allied with the Franks, which is rather interesting. We've got some retinue expansions. Vindo of Cornwall is Dux Britannium, or is that like do you no Dux do? He's let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that in more detail. It sounds like it's quite an honour or something, or a title or something that he's just been presented. Why have we got a red face here? Not a clue. Not a clue, but it's not good. See, that army isn't really doing much and can't reach us in one turn, so I'm kind of tempted to pull down to Vickers Alemanni here. But maybe I should be tempted to actually just push over here and take down their armies, and then their settlements will be prime for the pickings, rather than having to worry about where their armies are going, if that makes sense. So that could be something that's worth thinking about. In the meantime, I think we better get recruiting some pretty useful troops here, simply because of that. We will get more infantry, not the horses. We're getting a little bit low on cash and we're turning a negative because of the besieging the ports and etc. So we come down to lay siege, and we shall starve them out for 7 turns. I mean, we should be able to defeat that quite easily with this army with an auto-resolve. Should have this under control. Should being the key operative word there. Should have it under control. How many turns? 2 turns. Okay, that's fine. We can get a couple more British legions in there. Should be enough to last out. If not, we've always got the option. Putting a horse in there. Go forth. That'll do for now. Don't think we're going to need... Do you know this army that we were creating between these 3 lands? I don't think we're going to need it. Because good old Vindo has got things under complete control, hasn't he? He's got things under complete control. So a bit more of that, if you don't mind. And then I think it's time for him to venture forth. Venture forth he shall. Okay, so we have a situation on our hands down here. That's fine. I mean, they're not going to accept a ceasefire, are they? Let's be honest, we can't afford to build anyway now. 2,000 lost per turn. I'm kind of thinking we have to take this now rather than wait for too long. It's going to be an interesting auto-resolve. But if we are going to auto-resolve it, it's better to do it early than late, because if we do it early and we think, oh, it's a bit tight, we can break the siege and then re-siege and starve. Doing it at the end and then finding out, oh, this is a bit tight, is too late, because then we'd have to lift the siege and we just wasted 6 turns. So we'll auto-resolve it now, aka when we've got the stuff built, early, see if it's favourable. If it's favourable, let's try it and do it. Well, not try it, we're going to do it. If we lose, it's my own fault for auto-resolving it, but we'll do it now, basically, which will just leave one last settlement to take, which is hopefully going to be that one, with our great Vindo Speech Giver. And what a way to end the campaign, with Vindo Speech Giver actually
Ready to sail.
taking that 14th settlement. So I think we can end the turn one more time. We'll end the session after potentially this one. Go to your wine, sir. Give me money. We flipping need it. We're going to be bankrupt for the 3rd time in this campaign. All that trade. We should get a lot of money from that. We just need the Huns to leave us alone. Not the Huns, the Vandals. To have a change of heart. That's all we need. Just Just leave us. Was it Michael Jackson? Just leave me alone. Oh, oh, do, do, do. Okay, they're all amassing in the north here. This is almost like last gasp efforts. You really think you're going to take that? Well, they might do now, actually. This is what I was worried about by being a little bit hasty in removing ourselves from there and leaving that place lightly defended. Wow, look at these guys. Go on, attack them. Don't just stand there gawping. Don't attack us, because could you imagine we're close to victory and then another faction declares war against us? Right, how much are you trading, mate?
Your Honor?
96 denarii per turn. Is it because we don't have trade agreements with the rest of the Roman rebels? I think it could be, you know. No, we do have trade with it. No, we don't. Yes, we do. How on earth is this? Is he dead? Did he die? Oh no! Oh my! Oh my! Oh. Okay, next turn, we're bankrupt. Unless we can do something about it right this instant. My God, right, excellent. God. Are you blocked again? Yes, you're blocked again. Get to Rome. The closest we're going to get to this campaign to capturing Rome is spying Rome with a ship. It's there. We have no plans to take you, but we can see you. Right, still they try to starve us out, or maybe they're weakening us before they launch their attacks. It's kind of fine-ish. Kind of fine-ish. So that's that situation. Just got to play the waiting game. This situation, this man still stands fast. These guys, still there. This situation, interesting. Them. I'm not seeing anything frightening here. Are you seeing anything frightening here? I'm not seeing a damn thing frightening here. Are you seeing? I'm not seeing anything frightening here. Might as well get another set of British legionaries, which then will give us more than that. Could sally forth with that army and do some damage, couldn't we? Could we get another set of horses there in time? No. Okay. Right.
Prepare to engage.
Buff. That should help a little bit. Does it not help? No?
Aye, Captain.
Okay. We're getting close to dropping off our leader in Campus Friesi, where he will... Oh, I know what's happened. I can see exactly what's happened here. Oh, for God's sake. Right. Off with your heads. We all need to go. God's sake. Of all the times for this to happen, I'm thinking what's happened. And I mean, this could have happened in the last turn. This could have been sat here for a turn before I've realised why we're suddenly losing so much cash. Can't get rid of the general, unfortunately. Right. In. 3 generals in London, just having a whale of a time. It puts us on the positive, which means that we're not going to be bankrupt. Okay, right, so we've found the source of our hemorrhaging cash. Vertigal is not happy. 48%. I mean, we might as well keep it high. We can't. We're under siege. What's the worst they're going to do? I mean, they could riot inside and deplete our numbers further, I suppose. So then maybe let's not do that. Okay. Interesting point of the campaign now, because I'm comfortable with that position. Right, let's see what the situation is saying about this auto-resolve. And what we'll do is we will fight the last battle to capture the 14th settlement. I don't want to end the campaign on auto-resolve, so we will fight that one. This is close. If I auto-resolve it, I have to take the result. If it's a horrific loss, be it on my head. Because this army, starved out, With a bit of patience. Average victory. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It was a victory. Teetering on the edge there. But we need the cash quite urgently. So we can possibly retrain the troops up to the level of... We can retrain all of the troops here. So let's do that. 2 turns to retrain all of the troops, which means we've now got a full stack army available here to be protecting these 2 settlements against any other incursions. So this land now I would consider secure. Let's take that down for now. Turning a profit, 7,000 in the coffers, 3,000 profits per turn. Resistance is futile, which means we now have 13 settlements of our 14, which means that if we capture Vicus Alemanni, which we now propose to try to do in a second, because what we're going to do to get there as quickly as possible is going to recruit some things.
Hey, Paris. Orders. March. Going. Orders. Sir. March.
65%. Really?
Sir. General.
Move yourself. Right, orange face. Okay, there's 2 things that we could do. We could either race after him, but he can't get here. If he's going to come and try to take that, we'll see him coming a mile off. So we've got to bait him. We've got to bait him.
General.
We're going for it.
Engage the enemy.
Oh boy. So we are literally walking the long way round.
General.
2 more turns to get to the south. Okay, so that seems like a suitable place to end it, I think. Yeah, we're 1 settlement away from victory. 1 settlement, and there is a settlement in our sights. Vicus Alemanni. They could throw a spanner in the works. If this army decides to come to Vicus Franchi, we'll have to do a U-turn on that one, but if they don't, we have it in our sights. And again, it also depends on Burdigala, because we could take Vicus Alemanni, or they could take that rather before we take it, and then we've got back to 13 lands. So we'll have to see. What happens with that one. But yes, a little bit of progress today. Quite enjoyed it. So in the next session, which will probably be a recorded one, or maybe it won't be. Maybe I'll stream it because it's probably going to be the last session. So I think I will stream it. I think I'll stream it on potentially Monday, maybe. No, it can't be Monday. It might have to be a recorded session because I'm streaming Sunday. It could be Sunday. We might have, because if it's going to be a shorter stream, we could we could do a stream of this on Sunday and then a stream of something else in the second half. Because I can't see this taking longer than about an hour to an hour and a half tops. So in the second hour and a half we could stream something else, and then that paves the way for Monday for good old Monkey Island Return of. So yes, there you go folks, enjoy. I hope you have enjoyed, and yes, in the next one we shall continue to rain terror down upon the Franks. But before we do leave, let's just quickly see the ranking of the Franks. Population on the decline. Financially, they're almost bankrupt, although we are almost more bankrupt than them. Territorially, of course, they are losing their settlements to us. Production-wise, slightly better than us. Military ranking, though, on the severe decline because they're getting beaten badly by us. And overall, it makes good viewing. Top 5. We are now just about the second most powerful faction out there. So that makes for rather satisfying viewing. Right then, until next time, I'll see you soon.